For the past 11 years, I've been living an ethical vegan lifestyle, and it was an easy choice for me to go vegan once I realized what was happening to animals in factory farms. Prior to going vegan, I really had no idea what animals endured and the suffering that they went through. But I started to research, read books, and watch documentaries, and I knew from that point on that I was not going to contribute to the suffering of any animal as long as it was in my power to do so for the rest of my life. But I've been seeing a really disheartening trend over the last few years that I've been on YouTube. And that's people who start a vegan lifestyle, mostly for health reasons, and then end up going back to eating animal products. And it is so sad to see this because I find in these videos, one thing that is never addressed is the ethical component to it. It seems that people are giving many excuses why they choose to go back to animal products. And there's no thought given to the animals that are going to suffer or the impact that they're going to have on the environment by making these choices. One commonality that I've seen over the years is YouTubers switching to a vegan diet for health reasons. They see other people on YouTube who have gone vegan. They either want to lose weight, clear up their skin, impact their body in some way. And for these people who end up going back to eating animal products, there is this consistency that I always see, and that's that they rarely seek out professional medical advice. There is so much self-diagnosis happening online where they do some research, they have some issues with their body, they think it's something, and so they end up changing their diet or their lifestyle based on this research they're doing online on random websites or by watching videos from other people who have had similar issues. The problem with self-diagnosis is that it's self-diagnosis. There's no proof that you have what you think you have. And anybody can go on Dr. Google and look around and find symptoms that corroborate with some issue you think you've got, and then you convince yourself that you have some sort of medical diagnosis, but really no diagnosis has actually taken place. And this is really dangerous because there's no reason to believe that you have any one specific medical issue unless you've talked to a medical professional. So yeah, the first thing, self-diagnosis. The second thing that I see time and time again is people going to naturopathic doctors. Let me be absolutely clear. Naturopaths are not doctors. They do not follow any kind of medically proven science. And while I'm all for living a healthy, natural lifestyle and using food as a form of medicine, I have nothing against herbs. I have nothing against naturopathic remedies. I have used them myself, but they are no replacement for actual medical tests and medical advice. The second problem with people who go from living a vegan lifestyle to going back to eating animal products is the ethical component, and this is something that I feel incredibly passionate about. With the videos I see when people are saying that they're experiencing some sort of health difficulties and then they choose to go back to eating animal products, there is a common trend in the comment section, and I've experienced this myself on my own videos and in my own posts, where people are saying, hey, you know what? You go back to eating animal products, it's your own personal health, it's your own personal choice. People should respect that. It's not affecting anyone, so people should just leave their judgment at the door. Except they're forgetting something, and that's that if you choose to go back to eating animal products, it's not just your own personal choice. It's not just your own body and your own life that you're affecting. You are now impacting the lives of animals who are slaughtered in horrendous conditions. It's easy to think, okay, I've got health issues, I need to focus on my own health, while completely disregarding the fact that animals are going to be suffering so that you can eat them. I truly believe that if you're vegan, you would never even consider eating animal products again because the conditions that these animals are forced to live in are horrific. If you doubt what I'm saying, look up videos or images of factory farms. That is the reality. That is the common trend. This is not a rarity. And I find that people completely forget when they go back to eating animal products that to have your milk or your cheese that you want to eat, you've got to take a baby away from its mother, lock it in a crate, fatten it up for a few months, and then have it slaughtered for veal. That is a byproduct of the dairy industry that people just tend to conveniently forget when they go back to eating animal products. Or the fact that male chicks are ground up alive as a byproduct of the egg industry. Your choices impact other beings when you choose to eat animal products again. And I look at these people, they've got companion animals, and I wonder if they were told, okay, if you want to start eating animal products again, you've got to harm your dog, you've got to harm your cat, or a member of your family, your companion animal. they wouldn't do it because they would see the connection with this animal they spend time with and realize that it's a live sentient being that deserves to live. But the minute that it is out of sight, out of mind, these animals in factory farms, they just conveniently forget about the suffering they're causing through their choices. And the last problem I have with these ex-vegans is the environmental impact of their choices. Conveniently, another thing that they tend to forget when they go back to eating animal products. We are facing serious environmental catastrophe right now. This is not an exaggeration. Our oceans, for example, we're looking at a global collapse of our fisheries by 2048. That's not too far in the future, yet for some reason people seem to think that it's completely acceptable to eat fish. Even if people go back to eating animal products and they choose not to eat fish and they're eating chickens, pigs, and cows, because of the situation in factory farms, chickens, pigs, and cows are now the largest aquatic predators. And if you think that this has no impact on our environment and that fish are completely plentiful and you can just keep eating them again and again and again, consider various situations like on Vancouver Island right now. We have a local population of orcas that are starving to death because of the fish farms that are put in the ocean and the lack of wild fish because we've caught so many of them. The diseases that are being introduced into the ocean because of these salmon farms. It is a serious issue. And so if you're going back to eating animal products and disregarding these issues and thinking that it just impacts your own personal health, it doesn't. Your choices are impacting the environment in a very negative way. And at the end of the day, your personal health doesn't matter if we don't have a natural environment that is healthy. Why does your personal health get to trump the environment that we all rely on, humans and animals alike, to survive on this planet? We're talking about mass amounts of carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases going into the air from factory farming. We're talking about massive ocean dead zones, bleaching of coral. These issues are all related to eating animal products. And I don't care if you get a cow from down the street, it is just as detrimental to have these family farms as it is to have factory farms. At the end of the day, animal products require significantly more resources to feed people, significantly more water, land. We have deforestation because of this. I could go on and on. I don't need to cite the scientific papers or the studies that have been done on how detrimental eating animal products is to our natural environment, but it's something that is worth considering and that I feel like these people are not considering when they choose to start eating animal products again. I want to end this video with the fact that my intention is not to attack any one individual specifically. I have seen many people try veganism over the years and then return to eating animal products, but what I really want to say is please consider how your choices affect those around you, the environment, the animals that we share this planet with, and the other people that we share this planet with as well. Try to embrace some sort of selflessness and realize that your choices don't only impact you and your own personal health, but everything around us. Thanks so much for watching, and I know that my opinion might not be a popular one, but someone has to be a voice of reason and a voice for those who don't have the option to speak up for themselves. And I'll see you guys next time.